Hey, what's going on, everyone? It's Kevin Carr. Welcome to week 8 of the movement. And this week, we're going to cover sleep hygiene. In my 10 years working with clients, I find that sleep is the biggest lifestyle issue that my clients have trouble with. Now, I know that nutrition is obviously a really big lifestyle issue, but I find that most people, when I talk to them, have a pretty good idea of what good nutrition actually constitutes. Eat real food, mostly plants, not too much, right? But when it comes to sleep, I feel like most people are pretty clueless on how they can set themselves up for a good night of sleep. So the bottom line is you should be getting 8 hours of sleep every single night. And a lot of you watching this right now might be thinking like, wow, I don't get anywhere near that much. I'm in trouble. And the fact is you're not alone. 50% of Americans don't get enough sleep every night. And even those who do get enough sleep probably aren't getting that deep in that REM sleep that you need to be really fully restored, right? Chronic insufficient sleep is a huge risk factor for dementia, diabetes, heart disease, cancer, and a whole host of other deadly diseases. Not to mention that it just makes you irritable and less productive the next day, right? Not a nice person to be around when I'm low on sleep. So in this episode, I'm going to give you 3 practical sleep hygiene tips. They're going to help you sleep better, live longer, and be more productive throughout the next day. Body temperature really matters when it comes to falling asleep and getting into deep sleep. Specifically, cooler body temperatures are going to be more beneficial to help you fall asleep and get a more restful sleep overnight. The first thing you can do is simply adjust your thermostat to a lower temperature before you go to bed. The ideal room temperature for sleeping is going to be somewhere between 60 and 67 degrees Fahrenheit. Another way to manipulate your body temperature to help us sleep is to take a warm shower before you go to bed. Now, it might seem counterintuitive to take a warm shower if we want lower body temperatures to help us sleep, but the warm shower is going to raise our body temperature, followed by an acute drop in body temperature, which is going to kickstart the biological rhythms that are going to help us go to sleep. Our circadian rhythm was developed naturally in response to exposure to natural light. That's partially why when it's light out, we have energy, and when it's dark out, we feel tired, right? But nowadays, there's so many artificial lights everywhere that it's screwed up our natural sleep-wake rhythm. In fact, researchers have shown that even small exposures to light just before bed or even while we're sleeping can screw up our melatonin production and make it harder to fall asleep and get into deep sleep. You should do your best to ensure that your bedroom is as dark as possible, so much so that you can't see your own hands stretched out at arm's length in front of your face. An easy way to ensure this is to get all the electronics out of the bedroom, shut off all the other lights in your house, and think about investing in some blackout shades to block out any possible light that could be coming in from the outside. Do your best to avoid bright blue lights at least 1 hour before bedtime. Specifically, try to avoid laptops, cell phones, and TVs, as these are going to be the worst offenders. Even simply dimming the lights in your house a couple hours before bed can help boost melatonin production and help you fall asleep quicker and sleep deeper. Now, sometimes I know it's unavoidable to not be on your phone or your computer right before you go to bed, but there's still some ways we can reduce our light exposure. The use of blue blocker glasses can block blue light from your devices so that you can still produce melatonin and fall asleep quickly. Now, if that blue blocker look isn't for you, installing apps like Flux on your computer or using the nighttime settings on your iPhone can reduce the amount of blue light that your devices give off so that when you answer that late night email, it doesn't turn into a sleepless night. One of the most simple and effective ways to ensure good quality sleep is to follow a consistent sleep schedule. Now, I know life can be hectic and we're not always going to be perfect, but our body pays attention to our schedule and fine-tunes its biological processes around it. So by consistently sleeping and waking at the same time, our body can be efficient and get into a rhythm so we can prepare for sleep and fall asleep quickly and sleep deeply. Try following a consistent sleep schedule that doesn't vary by more than 1 hour in either direction 5 out of the 7 days a week. All right, everyone, that's it for this week. Tune in next week when we're going to cover how you can maintain your joint health over your lifetime with a daily movement practice.